an outcast monk, seeking forbidden knowledge. The soldier fought valiantly, but in the end he succumbed, just as his comrades in arms. This night, Dr. Junkenstein's revenge would not be denied. With a defiant cry that died in his throat, the archer, last of the castle's defenders, was overwhelmed, and Junkenstein's revenge was sealed. The gunslinger could fight no more. He fell to the ground alongside his defeated companions, leaving none to stand in the way of Junkenstein's revenge. The sound of shattered glass filled the night as the alchemist's potions fell to the ground, their contents mixing with the blood of the wanderers. Dr. Junkenstein would have his revenge. There were those who believed that the Countess could never die, but that night the legends proved wrong, and as she fell, so too did the castle. With the last sigh, the life dimmed from the monk's eyes, and he slumped to the ground, powerless to stop the revenge of Dr. Junkenstein. The Viking's last mortal battle was fought, and he was ushered to Valhalla to await Ragnarok. But his earthly companions were not so lucky, and Junkenstein would have his revenge. His blade broken, the swordsman fell to the ground, his life and the lives of his companions spent, with none remaining to stand against Junkenstein's revenge. The swordsman was a blur of motion, a flurry of steel, a whirling dervish of death. It was not yet time for the monk to pass from the world of the living. The swordsman had come back from death before, and this night was no different. A nomadic swordsman, traveling the world in search of inner peace. It seemed the dragon's power was undiminished, as the summoner was returned to the battle. The Viking cut down the monster, savoring his triumph. The swordsman dispatched the hulking behemoth with ease, his attention turning to the next target. The monk's blows took their toll upon the monster, and he crashed lifelessly to the ground. These were the wanderers who took up the castle's defense. A Viking craftsman seeking battle far from home. A rich and powerful countess, known as a hunter without peer. Play of the game. The Viking roared with laughter, unafraid of the doctor's creations, as one after another fell before him. The monk's focus was unbreakable, and his blows landed like thunder. The Countess dispatched her targets, destroying the doctor's creations without so much as a smile. The Viking struck down the Reaper. For the moment. The swordsman banished the Reaper, who disappeared into the night. The Countess's attack found its mark, and the Reaper was no more. The monk banished the Reaper, who faded into the night. Rumor said that the Reaper had betrayed his former comrades, and was thusly cursed. The cold night was interrupted with a blast of heat as the summoner appeared in the midst of the carnage. An inferno of fire and flame birthed a new adversary, the summoner. The chill night air was set ablaze as the summoner joined the battle. The Countess's shot was true, and with it, the monster was felled. Fire and ash gave way to reveal the form of the summoner. Not as dead as the wanderers had hoped. Was that a trace of human emotion upon the monster's countenance? No, surely just a trick of the mind. The wanderers felt the ground shudder once again. The monster had returned. Dr. Junkenstein was not yet finished. His monster rose again. The air became charged with the arcane, as the summoner appeared in their midst. The soldier dispatched the summoner with hardly a second thought. The gunslinger was as good as his reputation, and he found his marks, and the summoner died. The Countess's skill was as good as the stories told, overcoming the summoner's magic. The swordsman's aim was true, and the summoner exploded into flame from his telling blow. The summoner was destroyed. The Viking had bested the summoner, a victory that brought him special satisfaction. The monk's orbs overwhelmed the summoner's defenses, and she was destroyed. For the moment, it appeared the alchemist's potions were more powerful than the summoner's magic. The archer's arrow struck true, and the summoner was slain.
Your new champions! Good riddance. Time is running out for the defenders. Time is running out for the attackers. Clock's ticking. I am not entertained. I expected more. Someone call the ambo. I could always use another engineer. Don't ask what happened to the last one. Not bad. Looking for a job. Time for the big finish. You're either braver or dumber than you look to come back here, Junkrat. Draw. Today we find a new champion. A new challenger enters. Welcome to the scrapyard. Welcome to Junkertown. Impressive.
A shock tire bears down upon us. The enemy marches towards us. Our enemies approach over the bridge. A shock tire approaches on the left. Our enemy approaches on the left. Our enemies attack over the ramparts. We must move them from the door. They have reached the door. The door is heavily damaged. The door shudders. I sense the presence of the witch. I sense the Reaper. The summoner is here. The ground shakes. Junkenstein's monster is here. Dr. Junkenstein, so good of you to join us. The summoner's threat must be ended. The Reaper still haunts us. Junkenstein's monster has fallen. The summoner is no more. Gaze into the unblinking eye. Embrace oblivion. Walk in shadow. Be one with the darkness. We walk in the shadows, my apprentice. We are as one, my friend. Pass into the unknown.
Ha ha ha! You call that a monster? The witch is slain. Your magic does not impress me. Onwards to Ragnarok! They must clear the door. They have reached the door. I'm not sure how much those doors can take. Get them off the doors. They're breaking through. The doors are giving out. Someone silence the doctor. He's getting on my nerves. The Reaper still lives. Kill the witch. The Reaper is dead. For now. That's enough from you, Dr. Junkenstein. The Reaper has joined the battle. The witch is here. Up there, Dr. Junkenstein. The summoner has returned. Shock tire on the right. They approach across the bridge. Our enemies are heading straight for us. Shock tire, dead ahead. The enemy is attacking over the ramparts. They're on the left. Protect the door. The monster is among us. What is this witchcraft? Shock tire on the left. Kill that infernal summoner. We need to kill the monster. Watch our right flank! They're coming from the right!